Okay, so first, so we're talking about group work,
Mm-hmm.
group activities. So when your instructor says, we have a group project
Mm-hmm.
coming up, what's the first thing that you think?
Honestly, I get a little nervous because it's always, you don't know how he's going to set up the group. Is it going to be random or is it going to be, oh, choose your group? So it's that apprehension. And also, you don't know if your group members will be like pretty productive or would you have to do all the work. So it's definitely some level of apprehension. I'm not like excited to jump into group work. So yeah.
I have a feeling that's a lot of people are
Yeah.
on that boat. Um, but then, do you see any benefits in group work?
I do. I think if on the plus side, like if your group members are very productive, they have high quality, then you kind of have fun doing the group project because you see you're doing good work as along with your group members. So if you know your project, your final whatever you're making or creating is going to be like really good and it just gets me excited to know it's going to be really good work and then whether it's presenting it or posting it or whatever you're like proud of that work so yeah.
And then conversely, what are
Conversely
some
is
of the
if
drawbacks?
uh if most of your group members really aren't doing the work like freshman year that happened I had to really organize everyone and then as a freshman first semester that was a lot on me. And like with coming from high school, I'm sure for most Cornellians, you have a certain quality of work. So for me, that was really stressful having to galvanize everyone together. And then I ended up staying up till what 2, 3 in the morning trying to make sure, cause like the work they had, I wasn't satisfied. So I had to edit a lot and whatever. And I mean, they said thank you, but I'd rather them have their work, already high quality. So that's the downside to it. Yeah.
Yeah, because your grade is,
Mhm.
reflected by what they do.
Exactly. It's dependent on my group members, not just me. So.
Um, and then, so I assume you have had a few group projects.
Mhm.
What ways have you liked them to be formed, and what ways do you dislike them to be formed?
Uh, I think the friend group I least like, cause it's like everyone's kind of comfortable. Some people might try to even take advantage of you because you're like, oh, we're cool, so you can have that. Um, so I think that would be the one that I tend to not like that much. The random, so far, randomized have been pretty okay. I think since everyone doesn't know each other, they're not. I don't know. They're just everyone's trying to be nice to each other. They don't want to take advantage, at least with my experiences. So I tend to like the random, and you get to meet new people, so that's a plus. So
Now, on a different note here. Now, do you feel that your identity as a person, whether your gender, your ethnicity, anything has affected any of your group projects?
I think when the professor chooses the groups based off of like who do you choose, I do tend to notice people of the same race tend to flock together, whether it's mostly white, mostly Asian, mostly black. Um, I feel like maybe it's that level of comfortability. I don't even know if that's the word, comfortability, or they're just everyone's more comfortable around each other with people who look like them. So I think, yeah, based on race, from what I've seen, people tend to flock together. Yeah.
But have you yourself, like in a group,
Mhm.
ever felt or experienced any, whether positive or negative,
Mhm.
um, the other members of the group, how they related to you based on who you are? Have you ever felt
Mhm. Honestly, not right now. I haven't. But that might be due to like I guess for most of my groups, it's been like choosing your friends, and most of my friends are like minorities. So I don't think I really experienced that. I don't know. Different perception based off my race because we're all like the same race more or less. So yeah.
Now, have you ever had a serious conflict in a group activity?
Well, I guess going back to my freshman, I kind of had to confront some people, and I'm like, this isn't good work. I just took it. I didn't have time because the group project was due in like a day or so, and I was like, I just don't have time for you guys to revise it because I don't know how long that will take. So I had to confront some people, and I had basically had to finish the work myself. And so I think that was the biggest conflict. But there's never been any like yelling or cursing or anything like that. I try to keep it professional in the groups because we're still going to be in the same class after the group, so I don't want it to be awkward or anything like that. So yeah,
No fisticuffs.
no fisticuffs.
Um, Now, I don't know if you've had a professor do this but do you feel there's a way a professor could determine how much each person did in the group?
Actually, yeah, in my animal genetics class, we had a group evaluation. It was anonymous. So you just, I guess, bubble in. They would have questions like, was the quality of the work of the person, of the group, of your group members, like good, bad, whatever? Were they focused? Did you have to always like get them to focus or get them to participate? Stuff like that. So I think that was very helpful because it was low pressure. I think people still tend to put like okay evaluations. Like they'll, I don't think they'll be too harsh unless like it was just outright they didn't do the work or did little work. So I think right now, as far as I know, that might be the best way. Yeah, because it's anonymous, low pressure, indirect. So.
So then, would you recommend that to professors that don't have any post-evaluation?
Oh, definitely, because I feel like some people are feel vulnerable because they're so dependent on their group members. So it's like if there's no check and balance system, it's like whatever the group member does, it's like they're not held accountable for. So I think that would be a very good kind of safety net, and it keeps everyone on track. They're like, oh, I don't want anything bad on my evaluation. So, yeah, unfortunately, that might have to be enforced.
So you yourself then, on that one that you referred to in your freshman year,
Mhm.
were you totally honest, or did you?
Oh, well,
not
sorry.
get-
This was a different animal genetics I took actually last semester. Yeah, so we had that, and yeah, I think I was mostly honest since they were my friends in the group. I kind of gave them like I don't know a slightly better thing, but one person really didn't do that much work, so I just put like okay or something like that, and so yeah.
So then the one in your freshman year, do you wish there'd been a post?
Yeah, I think so. But even saying that now, since I kind of like they were kind of my friends, so it's that conflict of interest thing. So maybe the randomized group might be better and then do the evaluation instead of choosing your friends and then do the evaluation if you want a fair system. Yeah.
And so you have this group project.
Mhm.
Do you feel the final outcome is more important, or the road to the final
Mhm.
outcome?
I think the road to the final outcome is more important because if you have a rocky road, then the final outcome will probably not be that great unless someone comes and like fixes it. But I feel like a great final project is due to everyone equally sharing their work. It's not just one or two people out of all of them. Because I think the purpose of group projects is to have everyone's perspective, everyone's input, and it creates a more diverse product instead of just like a one or two perspective final outcome.
Is there anything else that you would like Brandon to